Hi everyone, this video is going to be talking about 5 key ways to become a fashion designer without having to sew. So if you really hate sewing or you're just really bad at it, don't worry, you definitely can follow these 5 steps and become a professional fashion designer. So step 1 is learning how to communicate your design ideas. And this is a key component of designing or becoming a fashion designer. If you're working on the job, you need to communicate your ideas with the rest of your team. It could be the sales team, it could be your clients, your customers. So sometimes the ideas in your head don't necessarily translate to paper so people can understand. So this is why illustration skills is probably more important, in my opinion, than knowing how to sew. Now, you don't have to be the best illustrator out there, but we would probably recommend using a program like Adobe Illustrator. It's the industry's #1 used graphic design program that majority of the professional fashion designers are using. And these days, a lot of designers are designing straight into flat sketches using Adobe Illustrator. Now, the great thing with using Adobe Illustrator is you can start a little bit of a library of your designs, and once you have a basic silhouette there, it's very easy to change shapes and silhouettes and add details like buttons, change the collar, the length of things, that kind of thing. So this is great news for you budding designers out there, because you don't have to start from scratch and you can just use templates that you've already created to quickly modify your designs. So you definitely don't have to be the best illustrator out there, and there's heaps of graphic design programs like Adobe Illustrator that can really make it a lot easier for you to communicate your design ideas. Now, the second step or key component of becoming a fashion designer is knowing the construction of garments. Now, you don't have to sew the garments, but you definitely do need to know the key terms of describing a fit of a garment, and also knowing different types of stitching and what different parts of a garment are called. So for example, on my dress, I've got gathers just on the sleeve head. I also have a facing that is covering up the neckline here. And I have elastic on my sleeves, and this kind of elastic is called shirring elastic. So it's these kinds of things that you need to know as a designer. So you definitely don't have to be able to put this dress together. And in my career of being a fashion designer for more than 20 years, I've never been asked to sew anything on the job. So you definitely just need to know, what different parts of the garment is called. Now, the third key aspect of becoming a designer is trend forecasting. So not only do you need to know what the up and coming trends are, you need to be able to decipher which trends are going to be suitable for the customer that you're designing for, because not everyone is going to look great in the latest trends. Some will apply to some target markets and some others won't. So your ability to depict which trends are suitable, which trends do my clients want to wear, is a key aspect of becoming successful in the industry. Now, that brings us to the 4th step, or the 4th key component of becoming a professional fashion designer, which is knowing your target market and the customer that you're designing for. Because designing a product that's going to be in fast fashion is definitely different to designing a classic item that's really great quality, that's going to remain in someone's wardrobe for years. Also, designing for someone in their late teens or early 20s is completely different to designing a garment for a woman who's perhaps in their late 30s and who has kids, because the silhouette and the fit of a garment is going to vary, because the body shape naturally changes as you grow older. Also, people who are a little bit older tend to be a little bit more conservative in their dressing as well. They still want to be on trend and still sexy and romantic, but sometimes they want slightly longer hemlines, and they want to cover up different parts of their bodies, as opposed to the teens who probably still have a smaller, tighter body, perhaps a little bit fitter, and they're quite happy to show off their legs or stomach, that kind of thing. So that's why designing for your target market is absolutely crucial, and the designers that do really well in this industry just know their customer really well and what designs those customers will want to wear. Now, the fifth key component is a very unlikely one, and it's got nothing to do, I guess, with creativity or your design, but it's got more so to do with marketing. And marketing is definitely a key component in what you should keep in mind as a designer. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but you know, there's several brands you can tell that they don't have the most unique designs. It's very basic, it's very simple, but they have a killer marketing campaign, and that's why the brand has blown up. That's why they're so popular, because they really understand that a lot of fashion is lifestyle marketing, and it's how you put yourself out there. It's the photo shoots, it's how you put together the looks, it's you know, how you display it on the retail store, it's who you get to wear the product, all of that kind of thing. And I think more and more so these days, as a designer, if you keep the marketing in mind, it's going to really help you in your career path, because you might have to liaise with a marketing team of, okay, this is how I envisage my designs being shown, this type of model, this kind of look for the photo shoot, and I really want to highlight these key trends here because these are the trends that people are going to want to wear. So that's pretty much the 5 key components we believe are more crucial than learning how to sew, and we're really interested to hear, whoever else is watching this video, are you studying fashion at the moment at a fashion school or college, TAFE or university? And if so, are you